All right, welcome to today's Tai Chi class. All you need is a little space and to be comfortable. So if it's chilly where you are, go ahead and throw on a sweater, maybe wear some fuzzy socks if your floor is cold. Whatever you need to do to feel comfortable, go ahead and do that now. Now, I'm going to start with my feet together, but you start however you would like. You don't have to learn anything. You don't have to remember anything. You don't have to do it just like me. I'm just happy you're here. But the way I prefer to start is right here with my arms out, opening my chest, opening my breath, opening my mind, dumping out anything that it doesn't serve me today, anything I'm carrying from yesterday, still worried about, letting go of anything that was weighing me down so that I can be completely here right now in the moment for this practice. One big breath in, and then letting my hands start to drift slowly down until they come all the way down by my legs. And then just like the wings of a bird, they float right back up. Smoothly flapping through the sky, catching the winds, feeling the sun. Just looking down from a distance on everything going on. Letting myself be separate from it. Beautiful. One more here. And then this time, as your hands rise up, bring them up towards the corners. Once they get to shoulder height, curl them in like a big hug. Flip the palms over and slide right down your front to sink the chi. Big hug, gathering in all that energy, all that warmth, all that perspective we got from being up and away and separate. And then just kind of drawing everything in, bringing it into our core to save for later. Beautiful. From here, floating our hands straight back up again to open the door. Beautiful. One more. And then just as your hands come to rest next to your legs, take one small step out. Either way, it doesn't matter which side. And then those hands are going to float right back up. And you're going to rise up with them, getting a little taller. And then as they sink, you sink and soften, letting everything relax. Rising up. And then melting down, softening your knees and your hips. Softening through your calves and your ankles. Letting everything relax. Beautiful. This time when your hands come up, you're going to stay at shoulder height, flip over to face each other, and then open out nice and wide. We're going to take one hand and circle it under. The other hand's going to circle on top to embrace the moon. Inhaling as we open. Exhaling as we close. Still rising up as we open. And then softening, like we're wrapping around a big ball. Beautiful. From here, we're going to embrace the moon one more time. And then we're going to flip our palms to hold that moon in between. We're going to come from one side, rolling it over in our hands, and then around to the other side. Beautiful. We call this one Cycle of the Moon. Nice. Swaying gently from side to side. Letting your weight shift. One more. And then when we get to this corner, we're gonna drag that moon onto its side and draw it back to the center as a big hug. Open wide and sink the chi. Still rising up and then softening down. One more with a big exhale. Nice. Floating those hands straight back up. Opening wide. We're going to embrace the moon one more time. This time we're going to do a little step in and then a little step out. We're going to shrink that moon down. And we're just going to bring it around from one hip to the other. Like the moon is orbiting around us. As we sway, making one foot heavy, one foot light, and then shifting. Like we're the water of the ocean being pulled back and forth in tides. Advancing and retreating with the flow of the moon. Beautiful. One more here. And then we're going to pull back. Have that moon grow, expand, and then come in on the other side. Stepping in, stepping out. Shrink that moon down, and then orbiting in this direction. Beautiful. That gentle shifting, almost like you're standing in the waves and the waves are moving you. You're not having to do anything at all, just effortless motion. From here, letting that moon grow, stepping in, opening wide, and back to the other side, embracing the moon, stepping in, stepping out. This time, we're going to toss that moon away. Go ahead and stick that other hand behind you, and you're just tossing the moon right out the window. If you ever wonder what Tai Chi can do for you physically, this exercise is a great example. You're working on trunk mobility, balance, strengthen your lower body, which is essential for healthy aging because you gotta be able to catch yourself if you fall. Plus, it's soothing and relaxing. So it's all around just great for us. Bringing that other hand back in, letting it sink straight down. And then from here, taking that bottom hand, swinging it up and around, super fancy here, coming in to embrace the moon on the other side. Put that top hand behind you, stepping out. And tossing the moon away on this side. Still shifting forward and back, letting the waves move us. Maybe we're in a warm ocean at night, watching the moon reflect on the water, smelling the salt. Beautiful. Bringing that other hand back in. It rests right on the surface and then pushes down into the water. Feeling just that little bit of resistance against your palm. Perfect. Last one here. And then sliding that bottom hand up and around. Big double spiral back into embrace the moon. This time as we step out, the other hand's going to come up and we're going to swim back, pushing forward like an arrow piercing the clouds, and then swimming back. Or maybe still in the ocean. Maybe we're putting our hands out in front of us to cut the water as we swim. And then propelling ourselves forward. Still in that nice warm water. Lifting us up. Beautiful. From here, pulling straight back in. Step in, take your time here. Expand out. Embrace the moon on the other side. Step out. And then make that arrow to pierce the clouds. For the water. Beautiful. Palms facing each other and then flipping over to help you push back. And then pulling right back into your chest, stepping in, expanding out, and then sink the chi. Right back into our rise and fall. One more. This time, bringing your hands up a little higher overhead, like you're reaching up towards the mountaintops, pushing down towards your belly button, and then you're going to bounce right back up. We're going to go out and around like we're scooping around, and then drawing up and under a big belly. Beautiful. Hands fall. This time coming out towards the sides, up and overhead, back down, all the way past your heart to your belly, and then bouncing up. Find your heart, make that triangle with your hands, and we're gonna push out. Stretching out like you're trying to reach somebody across the room. And then letting your arms relax down and starting back over at the beginning, coming up towards the corners, up and overhead, down towards the belly, bouncing up and around, scooping under, and then drawing up, back down, out to the sides and up overhead again. All the way to the belly, bouncing back up to the heart. Make that triangle again. We call this one the heart opener. This really, we're just sharing, pushing out all that energy, all that calm that we found in our practice today. We want to share it. We're relaxing our arms down to our legs. One more time. To the corners, up and overhead. down to our belly, and then up and around to scoop. And then down, coming up and out to the sides this time. Back down to the belly. And then bouncing up to the heart. And last time, stretch as far as you can. Reach, 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 just a little bit further. Like you can just almost touch the person on the other side of the screen. And then relax. One more, sinking the chi. And then this time, bringing your arms up, wrists crossing in the middle. Stepping in and bringing your hands back down by your side, closing the door. Thank you so much for coming out to play today.